Yo, KP. So, it was your 40th just the other day. Had a few things to say about it. I'm going to share them in a video. Darling Kev, what can I say to wish you the happiest 40th birthday? It's an absolute travesty that I have never before written you a birthday poem because I love you to the core. Maybe it's because you're so very epic, an exploration of you will of course be intrepid. Before I've even started, I've 7 pages of notes, and I know I'm just scraping the surface with these things that I wrote. So this is just a start. I'll add to it in time, but for now let me crack on so I can get this done in rhyme. We have been friends for many an age and eon. Let me speak of our story and this worldly stage we're presently upon. From Bristol, grassroots, and the magpie days, and our free healing for all every PM Wednesday. You and your crew were like family to me, Craig our ninja, Dino and Ben Tree, Aziz and Tinks, just to mention a few, and right from the start, Matty and then Aria too. Mike Stanton of course, Ben Stanford and Shosh, freestyling in fields with Xander, all the memories, oh my gosh. Now I think of it, there were so many of us, too many to hear mention, from the earlier stages of our collective ascension. We attended so many free parties and festivals. Sunrise, SGP, Shambhala were some of the best of all. We'd dance and sing in fields. I've so many memories, fantastic. We rode on the synchro flow, our lives full of tangible magic. Can you spin the butterfly? Can the butterfly spin itself? Of this sort of dreamlike fun, our story has such a wealth. You spent many a moment in my magical buses and vans, musing over mysteries and concocting a master plan about how to become our best and how to better the world, how to wake up the masses and truly let our wonder unfurl. You've been with me all the way on my path of awakening, and when I'd lose my way, you'd never fail to take me in. I would always love spending time with you, talking about literally all sorts, watching YouTube vids and the like, or conscious content of course. Listening to great music, and you'd share your rhymes. You set me on a trajectory I didn't see at that time. You've definitely played a part upon my path to becoming a poetess. With your inspiration it was inevitable, I see now in retrospect. A description of you, let me share that by another, in the words of our one and only Craig our ninja brother. Vagabond, bardic, purple bling wizard of finesse and depth, bringing smiles for miles and bare love lyrics, yes. You're a beautiful being, both inside and out. You spread so much love, of that there's no doubt. You bring good vibes and music, you often wear a massive grin. This is one of the many reasons why you're always destined to win. You are far out and cosmic, yet you are real and raw. You know that you are great and awesome, but you don't deny your flaws. Having said that, you're your own worst critic, a perfectionist perhaps, but fortunately you employ the tool of positive affirmations employed in many hip-hop raps. And I believe it was you and Craig who birthed Operation Bless Everything, or Operation B, to encompass everybody and all this life brings. I recall previous birthdays of yours, like the Glasgow girls in Briz to surprise you, jumping out of the back of my van with treats, all in purple. Me, Matty, and Aria too. As Craig alluded to before, purple in your field is very present, but what colour would I say is the colour of your essence, I'd say purple and turquoise are your trademark colours. Although having said that, there are clearly others. Like rainbow for a star, you are full spectrum vibration. You bring hope, joy and healing to the earth and all the nations. You have such great get-up, so many costumes I could covet. Like your kimono from Craig for a star, I just love it. And so many great hats, many of them purple. And you rock them bandanas like Teenage Ninja Turtles. You're daring and outspoken. At times you are outrageous. You're often spontaneous, bold and courageous. You're a synchro mystic. You live in the flow, moment to moment, intuiting where to go. You're a paradox for sure, extroverted introvert, alternatively perceived as introverted extrovert. There are so many poems of rap songs of yours that I would love to quote, but I've already got so much content, it's a bit of a flipping joke. I don't know how I will ever get this done in time, but there is no way I'm letting this birthday pass without a rhyme. But a few little excerpts from a recent rhyme you wrote, poignant to this point, here I felt to quote, starting with a play on that prayer that beseeched God previously to help deal with all life's troubles, asking the Creator for the necessary qualities. Love, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You went on to call forth a skill that we all need, the wisdom to know the difference between humility and low self-esteem. You then request something that without which progress we can't, the wisdom to know the difference between confidence and arrogance. And finally a gift of knowing to bring experience more aligned and joyous, the wisdom to know the difference between intuition and paranoia. You are so unique, the one and only KP. You are definitely not normal, whatever that may be. You are not made to fit into this world, but to help create a new one filled with respect for this planet, with magic, love and fun. You're a change maker, a way shower, such a great source of inspiration. You have so many keys to the new world and for collective celebration. You could never work for the man, and never could you sell out. You'd never work for money over love. Of that fact I'm in no doubt. It would destroy you to work in a job that didn't feed your soul. Your heart needs to be in all you do to help you to feel whole. Your calling is not a 9-to-5 job, sat at a desk in a suit, unless perhaps it was designed by Craig and you were writing your own book. You're a great wise teacher, so it was pretty cool that you spent some quality time teaching at a Steiner school. I bet the kids just loved you and learned a lot from you too. I've no doubt that you also were grateful for all that they taught you. You're positive and optimistic, but you don't want to fake what you don't feel. You're truthful about your feelings. You wear your heart on your sleeve. Life has its ups and downs, and though you love the ride, there are times you struggle with the emotions you have inside. I know that life doesn't always fill you with the light that you so often shine, but don't let this be something to lament, nor let any labels define. I want to share a quote from an awesome YouTube vid that may help to reframe the qualities you live with. Your impulsivity is a gift. Impulses are your key to the miraculous. Your distractibility is an artifact of your inspired creativity. Your mood swings reflect the natural pulse of life. They give you unstoppable energy when you're high and deep, soulful insight when you're low. The suffering you experience is one of your greatest strengths, to give you the depths of compassion, to always go to great lengths. Your sensitivity and depth and the lows that you sometimes visit only serve to help you be a human being more exquisite. I think that one of the reasons that you sometimes get so down is that you know about all the solutions to turn this world around. Electoral reform, social reform, hemp's declassification for industrialisation, and more about all of this on your new album. Do you think you encounter inner conflict because you relate to so many different paths, you see from many perspectives, so to draw a clear conclusion is a task? And then your role in positive radicalisation, to quote you, peaceful revolution is just mass meditation. Then to quote from a poem of my own that alludes to the power of such activity and validates such practice as something we should all apply ourselves to proactively. When people pray and meditate together, energy doesn't just multiply, it increases exponentially and helps our dreams to fly. The mind-blowing effects of mass meditation have been documented from tests, and what's been found that the result of collectively uniting is awesome, truly and utterly profound. In 1978, a group of 7,000 individuals over the course of 3 whole weeks meditated together with the hope of positively affecting the surrounding city. They were able to literally transform the collective energy of the city, which discernibly reduced global crime rates, violence and casualties. Car accidents and suicide rates were also greatly reduced, with other variables accounted for. This phenomenon, called the Maharishi effect, has been tested many times more. We recently started an online synchronized meditation group to give others the opportunity to meditate regularly with you. Classic. Just as I wrote that, I received a message in the group from you telling me you were going in, so I took 10 to join with you, to recalibrate and return to my centre, to find my alignment for my soul to fully enter, connect with you all, to beam healing and love to humanity, and in particular today to tune into your energy. We aim to meditate up to 4 times a day. Post meditation I often take a little moment to pray. 11:11 a.m, then 1:15 in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the evening, and then at 22:22. You have little faith in the current governance of the world that we today live in. You do your best in all the ways to help to change the system. You've been on many peaceful protests in the past to try to catalyse change, but have lost confidence in their capacity to effectively change the game. You have never ceased in your work in the realm of activism, but now, as well as your lyricism, you're employing quantum wisdom. You know you're a microcosm with a macrocosm, so you do your inner garden to help the world to blossom. You work on yourself to manifest a better vision, to create a better world than they show on television. Inner peace leads to world peace, a concept I know you love. Inner work to change the outer, to bring hope like the proverbial dove. Our group synchronized meditation and spiritual solidarity also extends to dream yoga and meeting in lucid dreams. We're learning to become fully lucid in our sleep, so we can learn to live our lives ever more lucidly, transcending the limitations of our current reality to fulfill our potential and be the best we can be. And we practice different techniques to learn to commune in our dreams. It's a super exciting moment every time we meet. You told me you used to have nightmares about war, battle and bloodshed. Definitely not what you want when you rest your sleepy head. I can't imagine how horrific those experiences must have been, but you've now been blessed with the capacity to feel deeply with true empathy. You have a depth of compassion that is challenging yet beautiful. Your strong and sensitive soul to helping others heal. You are dutiful. And like I said, you're always working on yourself. thus you got so many keys to manifest full, vibrant health. You focus your attention on body, mind and soul, defragmenting often to help you to be whole. You're emotionally intelligent and energetically sensitive, your energy field expansive, your presence on the earth imperative. You don't just train physically, but your etheric body too. Qigong is a favourite energy practice that, amongst others, you use. Your life is ninja training. You're mentally so sharp, earnest in your endeavour to do your best on planet Earth. I've often asked for your advice, as you always have great insight, like the time we talked about the trouble with being nice. I felt bad about the fact that being kind didn't feel selfless. Being nice and doing good made me feel so blessed. You told me not to worry. You'd mused over this before, and the conclusion you came to and shared with me, I adore. Some people get off on making others feel bad, so why not feel great about making others feel glad? It's nice to be nice, ain't that the truth? And that's one of the many great things about you. You passionately have to keep your spirits up. You do the same for the tribe, to keep us all on the path to conscious evolution and love to help one and all thrive. You make so much meaningful music with fear-banishing vibrations. May your melodies and messages reach far to many, many nations. You employ poetic license in such a unique way. You basically put music behind all the things that you want to say. You're a lyrical genius conveying different layers of messages and truth. Depending on one's stage of evolution and level of awareness, different info gets through. You've awesome rap skills, your voice is cool and harmonic. Your singing is so divine, words filled with wisdom and wit. You're a master of mixed media and music, mixing many genres and sampling so many tunes. With a keen ear you find the jewels in tracks and then make them so uniquely you. Articulate to the nth degree, eclectic to the max. You have such great diction, even when you rap. You articulate so clearly, important as your words must be heard, and all of the teachings within them ought to be universally observed. Transmissions of wisdom imbibed and imbued, all methods shared, tried, and all tools proffered, used. You teach so many different great practices for elevation, like Wim Hof sun-gazing, Qigong, violet flame, and of course meditation. Self-medication from Mother Nature's pharmacy, the power we hold to heal ourselves, the innate gift we each have but must nurture to bring us to optimum health. And then another fundamental source of healing and health and well-being, getting into nature on the regular, bare feet on the earth is so freeing. And to quote you word for word, as I often do, listening to great music in sunshine cannot be overrated, ain't that no word of a lie. I want to share all of the wisdom contained in your woven words, but the only way to do that truly, fully, is to share all the links to your work. I'll post the links to your Bandcamp, Kev the Poet, bandcamp.com. You overflow with creativity. You create so prolifically. You wow me and many others with your wonderful wordsmithery. You're productive, you produce all the time. You're innovative and inventive. Your discography is ever growing and beyond impressive. 5 EPs in the lockdown alone, and now an epic album. I can't remember how many tracks on that one, but I estimate about 21. You've birthed so many amazing tracks and collections. I highly recommend to all sampling every selection. This most recent one, a bit of a mouthful, the inevitably successful Epsilon Rebellion of anarch-empathy in the land of Hemptopia, to galvanise all to overcome any oppression. Some of my own poems refer to yours too, my ever-evolving, ever-flowing ode to water and few. I remember so clearly having recited that rhyme, the audience throughout the establishment chanting together your line. Peace, world health and clean water, peace, world health and clean water, peace, world health and clean water. Resounding through the goddess temple of Ashland, in the hot springs, the steam room and sauna as a chorus, it couldn't have been planned. And one of the greatest accolades I've had was to be told by you that my makeshift, lo-fi album of poetry is like something you aspire to make, and that you'll master it for the love of it. I'll start to get the tracks to you now I've updated and amended the rhymes, not just once or twice, I'm sure you get it, but many, 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 many times. With the evolution of our skills and art, and the expansion of our inner standing, the landscape of reality ever changing, and transmissions I don't regard as random. You're a muse for many, and have been known to do workshops. You should open them up online, considering reality's current backdrop. You have done so many awesome collabs with countless other greats. I'm always discovering new talent through the tracks you make. Can't wait to collaborate with you, rap singing and rhyming, no rush, no fuss at all. It'll flow in divine timing. You're an awesome dancer, you got funk, style and groove. You got the rhythm and all the moves. Let's face it, you're super fly and you're super cool. If only I and all had had you as a teacher at school. Yes, KP, knowledge is power. You got the skills to uplift and empower. Superstellar, starseed, channeling, enlightened insight, extraterrestrial. You're definitely heaven sent. Brah, you're clearly celestial. Superstellar, starseed, channeling, enlightened insight, extraterrestrial. You're definitely heaven sent. Brah, you're clearly celestial. You speak of beings that many would likely regard as fantastical, but to you as to me in your reality, they have been very, very real. I feel for those who live solely in the mundane, as beautiful as the world is, it still feels like a shame to not be open to all that exists. I love the quote that says, all that can be conceived can be achieved, and the magic is all around for those that let themselves believe. I'm so grateful for my interaction with all the other realms, and I so adore the many ways they show themselves. I'm so grateful for my interaction with all the other realms, and I so adore the many ways they show themselves. The way the universe speaks to us when we have the ears to hear and eyes to see. How our conditioning can be cancelled out so quickly in one moment, changing all that we believed. You've so many masters and teachers in the flesh and in the spirit. Deities, prophets, visionaries, poets, rappers, mystics and wizards. I feel like it would be unfair to mention one or two when there are so very many, even though I wanted to say KRS-One, Kate Tempest and Rumi. I know this poem keeps chopping and changing, I'll have to amend it at a future time, but it's nonetheless filled with awesomeness because it's about you, this rhyme. And this will serve me right for taking so darn long until I finally got around to honouring you in rap song. Two of your totem creatures are the Black Panther and the Crow, and I'd say your makeup is roughly 50% child and 50% old soul. You've unlocked many keys of consciousness, you've definitely got that indigo vibe, you're helping to dismantle old systems. You're on a mission to help us all to thrive. You're a crystal child too, a vessel for a powerful vibration, channeling healing and wisdom, beaming it to all the nations. And you're also of the rainbow generation, inclusive and accepting of all souls, holding them in a space of love whilst helping them become whole. You're open-minded and not fixed in your opinion. You listen to the words of others and find the treasures within them. How many great conversations have you had? It's about time you had a platform to share that. F the BS. Forget the belief system. I'm enjoying these immensely to everyone I've listened. You're a great interviewer, curious and conversational. You draw answers out, and some of these on the show have been sensational. You're interested and interesting, balanced and diplomatic, insightful yourself, idealistic and not dogmatic. I'm greatly looking forward to featuring on your show myself. What topic shall we cover? All round, every level, optimal health? Cyrus is interested too. Cyrus is interested too. I think that would be awesome. He's always learning about all sorts, with a special interest in quantum. So you're charismatic and animated, you're witty and you're humorous. With your time and energy you are giving. In so many ways you're generous. You have so much love to give. You're overflowing with it. May you find your divine counterpart to share your love and life with. I have no doubt you will, but whatever happens on your path, may you live much, love much, laugh much, and always keep an open heart. Let's face it, mate, you're a living legend, a hero in the flesh and a lifelong friend. May you feel fulfilled and successful in your goals. May you prosper greatly and thrive. May your talents and passions pay generously, and may you live out your greatest life. May we as a collective create a thriving multi-location community with bases in many places and be a model for true unity. Growing hemp and everything else we can, with permaculture we can be self-sustainable. With a shared vision and each taking action, we know that this is attainable. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual and soulful daily practices, working on our arts, our projects, our passions, we can make our lives miraculous. And you're a total leader in this movement. May you always know your worth. May you continue to receive an infinitude of blessings from the heavens and from Mother Earth. 40 in 2020 must be auspicious. May all your experiences be totally delicious. They say that life starts at 40, so this has all been training up till now. Are you ready? I know you are. To upgrade and next level. Wow. Wishing you such a wonderful year, bro, filling you with love and joy. Know that you are deeply loved by so many and greatly appreciated, boy. May you always receive all you ever require, and may you be blessed with your heart's true desires. So much love from all of us. Love me, Aurora, Opal and Cyrus. Love you. Happy birthday, bro.